is Eyal. I am the country director of CSPII in Israel, and this is the presentation on the 5 principles of the Islamic Doctrine. We will discuss the Trilogy, Kafirs, political Islam, Dualism and Submission. Talk about the Kafir. Islamic doctrine divides the world into those who believe and submit to Muhammad and Allah, they are called Muslims, and those who do not, they are called Kafirs. The word Kafir is mentioned 395 times in the Koran itself, and it's not a neutral word. Kafirs can be treated with courtesy, or they can be robbed, raped, murdered, tortured, enslaved, crucified and betrayed. Like I said, there are contradicting behaviors in different surahs, in different chapters, and this phenomenon, we call it dualism. Kafirs are people of the book, Christians, Jews, polytheists, Hindus, Buddhists, pagans, Zoroastrians, atheists, etc. So the Kafirs can be treated with courtesy as equals, and you can see it in the Quran 109 verse 6 and chapter 2 verse 256. By the way, the small gray numbers, the 18 and 87, they tell us what is the chronological order of the chapter. So chapter 108, for example, is actually chapter 18 if we look at the chronological order of the writing of the chapters. And this is very important because around chapter 87 it's the first chapter that was written in Medina after the Hijrah, after the move from Mecca to Medina. So we know that in the first period there was just preaching, not much violence. And after the move to Medina, there was a lot of violence. So after chapter 87 in chronological order, we expect to see more violence in the text. But also before, there was a lot of violence described in the text before, but this was more like what Allah will do to you in the next world and so on. Okay, so Kafirs can be treated as equals, but they can also be mocked, disgraced, punished, plotted against, terrorized, made war on, and I have here 2 references from chapter 9, which is chapter 113 in chronological order. And this is very important because some of the other reference will tell you that they can be beheaded, but only in war. But the references that allow Islamic community to make war on the Kafirs, they don't require it to be a defensive war. So they're allowed to open war, and once there is a war, they're allowed to behead. So the Kafir can be killed, annihilated, crucified, murdered, and there are more. For example, Quran 98, just to show you how the Kafir is described. Those who disbelieve among the people of the scripture and the idolaters will abide in the fire of hell. They are the worst created beings. Or Quran 3, verse 28, let not the believers take disbelievers for their friends in preference for believers. Thank you for watching this presentation. I would like to invite you to visit the CSPI website at cspii.org to learn more about political Islam and how to prevent its expansion. We are a non-profit organization and are always looking for volunteers who want to peacefully protect our culture and freedoms through education.